played well. We just couldn't capitalize on our chances. And like I said, I liked our compete. I'm proud of these guys. They've come a long way. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully they learn from this, that sting that drives them over the summer. And then when we come back next year, whoever's back with us has that feeling that, we got to take the next step.
When you got hired, you mentioned how much you enjoy the teaching and development side of things. I mean, and you just said you hope they learn from it. What do you, specifically from a hockey standpoint, what did you see in this series and maybe all year long that, they would, these young guys need to learn, you know what I mean, to get to that next level as a team?
They need to learn, especially if they're going to go to the next level. They got to need to learn that every time they step on the ice, the game's on the line. It's pretty simple. That's all they got to learn. It might be a 20-second shift or a minute shift. It doesn't matter. When you're out there, you have to think that way. That the game is on the line right now. And I think for the most part, we did a good job of it this year. But there was times in this series, even near the Bridgeport series, you drop your guard, you kind of get a little complacent, and then it's in the back of your net. Then it's like, oh, we'll wake up again, and then push back. But real happy with the way we did this year, especially with the young guys. I think they've grown as players, as people, and I'm ready to get next year going right off the bat.
Coach, obviously Andrew Cristall's miss on that open net there was a turning point in the game, led to the second goal for Wilkes-Barre. But how do you pick up a young player like that who's scored a lot of goals this year, scored a lot of points for you guys this year, been a leader in that offensive category for you guys this year? How do you pick up a young player like that?
Well, he comes back to the bench. He's kind of got his head down a little bit, but you just tell him, no, don't worry about it. At least you're getting the chances. The problem is with these guys, sometimes they think they got to score on every shot they make, and they got to make a highlight play every time they get the puck. The fact that he's getting the opportunities, our guys are getting opportunities, sometimes you run into a hot goalie. You can't, like this, I think I shook his hand there. I never really met him up close. He looked like he was 12 years old. But he had a dynamite series. He made saves. Like, we could not get one by him. But I told him after the game, like, you guys had your chances. They just didn't go in today. That's all.
This is a season that feels like it can be described but nothing but a roller coaster. What have you learned as a head coach from this season? What lessons are you going to take that into next year?
Well, there's a lot of ebbs and flows, right, in a year. I think the biggest thing I learned is to be I got to be a little more patient with these young guys. I usually am, but you just see something in them that you want to push them a little harder to get them to that. But, I got to watch how I do that. I learned a lot, though, managing 40, 50 players coming in our lineup, injuries. I've never seen anything like that before. But, no, it was a good learning experience for all of us. But like I said, I'm looking forward to getting that season going again for next year.
That play with Cristall, circling back to that, and then the goal the other way, does that feel like one of those part of the growing pains? And I know all season's been this way, but part of the growing pains of this.
I think that's how it's been all year. Like, it seems like we're on teams, we're putting pressure on them. We miss, we hit a post, we shoot wide, they come back the other way and put a puck in the net. Good teams like they're a good hockey team. They can do that. They capitalize on their chances, and they got some guys that can put the puck in the net. Our guys will get there. They're going to be 2-3 years in the league, and all of a sudden they're the guys that don't give them the opportunity, or they're going to score on you automatically.
And I know it's fresh, but looking back at this series, is there any regrets you wish you did anything differently? Or?
No regrets. I think the first game we spotted them a couple goals and we came back. I think we outplayed them for the most part. Second game, obviously, again, we had chances to close the game out. We didn't. They get a tying goal, and then overtime, anything can happen, right? Stuff like that. All these games. Second game, we won, but we hung on. Like, they pressured us hard, but we just somehow found a way to block shots and what have you. Third game, obviously, the tie in that, but no regrets. You know, I didn't match lines really. I just let these guys play, let them, you know, pro at the, you know, and goalies pulled, they're trying to tie it up, and that's what he's got to learn how to play in those situations. I would like for him to stop and pick up his stick and continue playing, but that's stuff these guys, that's what we're supposed to do. That's what we're here for, is to make these guys better hockey players and get them ready for the next level.
Derek, I know you got a power play goal there, I think late in the first period that gave you guys a lift, but just your thoughts on the power play tonight. I know you had a lot of chances, couldn't really convert, and throughout the playoffs, I mean, I think it was something that could have been a little bit better.
It definitely could be better. Definitely could be better. But again, you look at our power play units, a lot of young guys out there, a lot of pressure situations, which is going to make them better hockey players, better in that situation for next year. Not sure who we're going to have back, but this is how these guys learn. That's how you could have a whole lineup of veterans and just keep throwing those guys out, and your young guys can sit and watch. But you know, the young guys are good hockey players. You got to get them out there. Cool.
Aaron Ness and Matt Strome, fan favorites on the team, had extended goodbyes at the end. Not knowing what their future is, what have they meant to this team and you as a coach?
I mean, coming into it, I knew Matt a little bit, coached his brother. I knew Matt from watching him in junior and that. Great kid, class act. You know, I'm not sure where he's going to be next year. I'd love to have him back, but sometimes that's not my decision. Nesser, probably one of the best captains I've had to deal with. Great human being, on and off the ice, just a true gentleman, a leader. Again, you know, his body's been taking a lot of abuse over the years, so I'm not sure where his head's at right now, but I'll have a chat with him over the next couple of days here.
I know the season just ended, but going back to the last few months, last year for you, is this everything you expected when you accepted this job here in Hershey? And also, you talk about next year and your excitement for that. What excites you most about leading this franchise?
I think, like I said, I didn't expect some of our top guys going down early in the start of the year, you know, season-ending injuries. But I was happy that it gave the opportunity for guys to step up, like Cristall. You know, they bumped up in the line. You know, I was real happy with it was Suzulev, where he's come from the start of the year, in and out of the lineup, hounded him about how he had to play in the gray areas, and I thought he did a great job at the end. And I could just go down the line and pick at some of these guys, but I'm excited for next year, because I think these guys they have that taste now. They have that taste. I think they kind of know that in the back of their minds that we could have maybe won this series, but we didn't. And I think that's going to drive them this summer. So getting back into camp and getting these guys up and running again, I'm really looking forward to that.
Thank you, guys.
Good. All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for everything.